So this is the last part of question 10. You are given a differential equation and then you're told to find explicit solutions y1 and y2 such that y1 must satisfy this initial condition and y2 must also satisfy this initial condition. All these two conditions you're given, we should note that what's more important is the labeling. Anyway, we found out in part B that whenever we use either of these conditions, we are going to get this. We arrived at this to be the particular solution. That is, we had x cubed plus 2x squared y plus y squared equals 4. So this was the particular solution we obtained in part B using either of them as initial condition. Now, this is actually an implicit solution. But we want to find the explicit solution. I want to find y. That's I'm going to try to make y the subject of this equation here. Now, to make y the subject of this equation, there's something you observe here. You observe that the power of y here is 2 and is 1 here. So it implies that this is actually a quadratic equation in y. So in trying to find y explicitly, it's like trying to solve a quadratic equation. So let me rewrite this as a standard quadratic equation. So we'll see how it looks like. So we have y squared, this is the y squared now in front, plus now have 2x squared y, then plus, so we have x cubed, then we bring 4 to the other side, it becomes negative 4 equals 0. So to look at it clearly, so you see that this is like a standard quadratic equation. So you have, this is our a y squared plus b y then plus c. So this is our a, this is our b, while this x cubed minus 4 is our c. So to solve this, we are going to use the quadratic formula. And the quadratic formula says y equals negative b, our b is 2x squared plus or minus the root of b squared. B squared is 4x to the power 4, b squared minus 4 times ac. 4 times a, our a is 1, times c, that's x cubed minus 4. Now all divided by 2a, that is 2 times 1, which is 2. So what we have here is the same thing as negative 2x squared plus or minus. So we could factor out 4 here. When you bring out 4, so we'll have 4 coming out. Then this is, you have something like this. Don't want to skip any step. 4 into x to the power 4 minus x cubed plus 4. So the square root of 4 is 2, all divided by 2. So since the square root of 4 is 2, so this is going to be minus 2x squared plus or minus 2 roots x to the 4 minus x cubed plus 4, all divided by 2. So from here we know that this 2 goes off. So what we now have is, we have y equals negative x squared plus or minus this. So that is to say, our y, so therefore y equals either negative x squared plus root of x to the 4 minus x cubed plus 4, or our y equals negative x squared, this time around we use negative sign, minus x to the 4 minus x cubed plus 4. Now these are the two y values that we have. They are the two explicit solutions. Now the bone of contention is, which one am I going to choose as my y1 and which one would I choose as my y2? It's the labeling that matters. Now the thing is, whichever one I'm going to choose as my y1 must satisfy the initial condition attached with y1, and whichever one I'm going to choose as y2 must also satisfy the initial condition with y2. So let's see. Let me start with this one here. I'm going to start with this y value and see which one it satisfies. So using y equals minus x squared plus the root of x to the power 4 minus x cubed plus 4 minus x cubed plus 4. So let's use this initial condition. For the initial condition now, using this, it says that for my left hand side, it says y must equal negative 2 whenever x is 0. Whenever x is 0. So to test that, my right hand side and left hand side must be the same thing if this y must satisfy this. So let's see. So when x is 0, you have 0 here plus the root of 0 here is, that's 0 plus 4, which is 4, and then the square root of 4 is 2. So what we have here is 2, or what we have here is negative 2. So they are not equal. So that implies that this definition of y as this does not satisfy this initial condition. So let's check if it satisfies the second one. So for the second one, what we have is, for the left hand side, it says y equals 1. So my left hand side is y. So my y equals 1. So let me check for the right hand side. So my right hand side says x should be 1. I should use the value of x as 1 and then see if it's going to be the same thing with the left hand side. So using that, we have negative 1 plus the square root of 1 minus 1, that's 0, plus 4. So that will be minus 1 plus the square root of 4 is 2. So 2 minus 1 equals 1. So this implies that the definition of y as this satisfies this initial condition. So because of that, this y is going to be labeled y2. So this is going to be called y2. And then the assignment I'm going to give you is you to confirm that this y satisfies this initial condition. And then when you confirm that, I'm very sure that you're going to see that this y defined as this satisfies this initial condition. And then since it satisfies this, it's going to be labeled y1. So, and the question says find y1 and y2. Now this is y2 and y1 is negative x squared minus the root of x to the 4 minus x cubed plus 4. So this is your y1 while this is your y2, and that completes the whole solution. Thanks for watching.